Good evening, and thank you for joining us for this digital newscast. I'm Kate Kopatich, and we start this newscast with our weather, and joining me now is Chief Meteorologist Eric Maitland. And Eric, boy, it is cold outside.
It is. Boy, I hate to say we ain't seen nothing yet, but it looks like even next weekend it's going to be a colder shot of air.
Oh, gosh.
And one sign of the cold today, I don't know if you saw it, but that halo around the sun and the little brief rainbows there either side of it. That's called a sundog.
Yeah, beautiful.
And it is really pretty, and that's one indication that if you see one of those out your window, you're going to be stepping into some very...
you know it's cold. It may be pretty, but...
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's take a look at how things are going around the TV6 viewing area right now. Skies are actually starting to cloud up. We still have some starlight over Bettendorf. And even to this evening, if you have any clearing, there is a chance on the northern horizon you could see the northern lights. Now, I've seen some live video from Lake Michigan, and they are seeing northern lights to the north. And after we clear out, after the evening hours, our chance, if you're brave enough, we might see the northern lights again tonight. Pretty substantial geomagnetic storm, I should say. And there you see the clouds that are moving into the area right now. The northern edge of those clouds already slipping in from southeast Minnesota into northeast Iowa and southwest Wisconsin. So our skies will clear out once again, and there are the clear skies over the Dakotas, Minnesota, and Wisconsin that will come back after the evening. Now, as we look ahead about 24 hours to Tuesday evening, we will see some light snow, maybe 1 to 2 inches of it, mainly north of Interstate 80. We have a first alert day in effect for that. Wednesday, another swath of snow moves through pretty quickly, maybe an inch or more, but next weekend, starting Friday morning into Saturday morning, wind chills as cold as minus 35 to minus 40 Friday morning, and about minus 20 to minus 25 on Saturday morning. Here's our evening. We've got the clouds moving in, but then they clear out by midnight. So again, clear and cold tonight with single-digit lows, but we do turn those winds, and that's going to help get us a little bit milder tomorrow. Not much, but even with more clouds the second half of the day, we'll see that snow sneak in from the north and west. As far as snowfall amounts are concerned, the first wave of snow could bring 1 to 2 inches of snow north of Interstate 80. That's for our Tuesday evening. And then as we go through Wednesday evening into Thursday, an additional inch of snow is a possibility. Now, temperatures, as we look out the door right now in the Quad Cities area, 7 in the QC, 2 in Galena and Dubuque, 8 in Kewanee, 9 in Mount Pleasant and Burlington. And those wind chills still well below zero along and north of Interstate 80. We're looking at a minus 14 feels like temperature in Clinton, feels like 17 below in Dubuque right now. As we go through the overnight hours, you'll see those wind chills in the smaller numbers. Those kind of bottom out around zero at 8 o'clock tomorrow, and by then we've already hit our lows, so the winds will be a lot lighter. And as we go through the day tomorrow, we'll see those temperatures hit the mid-20s. Now, moving ahead through the next 7, you'll see that we do see those temperatures peak on Wednesday in the low 30s. But just as soon as that happens, we're back to the low 20s. Thursday, very cold weather this weekend. 0 the high Friday. We start off at minus 10 Saturday. And again, those wind chills will be very cold, at least toward the middle of next week. We'll start to moderate. High temperatures back to around 30 degrees on Monday.
Thanks, Eric. And you can keep up to date on all our winter weather this week by downloading our First Alert weather app. You'll get the latest weather updates, radar, and customized alerts for your area. You can scan the QR code on your screen now to download the app for free. Well, potholes are a familiar sight for drivers this time of year, and Davenport Public Works says it's not unusual. Since January 1st, the city has responded to nearly 3,000 pothole requests. Public Works crews say they have been out in the weather, which allows them to prioritize busy roads first before moving into neighborhoods, but winter temperatures mean fixes don't always last, and some potholes can reappear after just one freeze-thaw cycle.
Because we've also had rain, so any kind of precipitation that gets in those cracks and crevices is what promotes the formation of those potholes and will actually help pop those temporary patches out too.
City officials say one of the biggest ways residents can help is by reporting potholes because crews can't fix what they don't know about. A TV6 update on a house fire Friday night in Moline. Officials say a person rescued from that fire has died. Crews responded to a house fire in the 4800 block of 47th Street around 5 Friday night. 2 people made it out of the home, but an 87-year-old had to be rescued. That person was taken to a local hospital for treatment, but passed away Saturday. The fire remains under investigation. East Moline firefighters were busy battling fires and the cold this morning. It started when crews were called to a fire at this machine shop located off Illinois Route 5 around 8:30 this morning. The fire was coming from a heater vent and they were able to put it out in about 20 minutes, but they still had to deal with working water in the bitter cold. And later in East Moline, a woman escaped from a house fire. Officials say smoke significantly damaged a home in the 2600 block of 6th Street. A woman was inside the home at the time of the fire, but got out safely. No word yet on what caused that fire. Now to an update on a story we brought you last night. Clinton police say a missing woman has been found safe. In a Facebook post Saturday, officers say Haley Norris was last seen Friday morning around 7:15. This afternoon, police provided an update saying Norris was found safe. In a post, the department thanks the people of Clinton and the surrounding community for their assistance. They say an investigation is still ongoing. Today is MLK Day, and a local business has unveiled a mural representing all that the day stands for. You're looking at a mural found in Celebrity's Beauty Supply store in Davenport, completed by local artist Isaiah Williams, featuring civil rights leaders Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and Madam C.J. Walker. Williams and the business owners say it's a true representation of history, past, present, and future.
They all represent so much, but they're so different. So I feel like they all kind of represent their own thing in just history. So
we want everyone to believe in the dream and know that you can do anything that you put your mind to. So that's what this represents.
And coming up on your news at 10, hear what the mural means to the artist and what he hopes the community takes away from the piece. And happening today, the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center in Rock Island held its annual MLK Day memorial service and awards celebration. The theme for this year's service is a time for vigorous and positive action. The event features presentations and performances in honor of Dr. King. Scholarships and awards were also handed out. Organizers say today's service aims to inspire the Quad Cities to carry on Dr. King's legacy.
Truth never dies. Truth withstands all history, whatever you call it. And what he was doing was for the better of the nation and for the better of the people. And I think that hope is still alive and that dream is still being manifest. And so we hope to continue in doing what he envisioned for us to do, is to have one nation under God.
The event also kicks off a photography exhibit and the MLK Center. It features photos of Rock Island's West End with captions all created by Thurgood Marshall Learning Center students. And the annual QC Farm Show returns to Rock Island this week. The event is at the QCCA Expo Center and shows off the latest agricultural equipment, technology, products, and services. It also gives farmers around the QCA the opportunity to talk directly with vendors and get ready for the upcoming season. If you missed the farm show today, don't worry, you can still check it out tomorrow from 9 to 3. And if you're dreaming of warmer weather and summer events, the Muscatine County Fair announced its grandstand schedule for this year. According to a release, country music artist Mark Chestnut and singer-songwriter Josh Ross will take the stage at the fair. They're both set to perform on Saturday, July 18th. For ticket information, you can find a link to that on our KWQC News app and website, and that fair runs from July 15th through the 19th. And that does it for this digital newscast, but we'll be back here with more news on the air at 10, and of course that will also include our weather.